I'm Wiz the Wiz, and I got a serious problem. My brakes don't work. So today, we're working on my CBR600 F4i track bike. Like I said, my brakes don't work. The specific problem is they keep locking up. So today, we're going to give these old Nissan brakes a much needed refresh.
So to start off, I used a plastic syringe, usually used in cooking, to extract the old brake fluid from the reservoir. These things are pretty cheap, and I ended up using it later on, so I would consider getting one of these if you're doing this yourself. All of the brake fluid that we extracted from this process, we put in a container for proper disposal later. For this next part, I really tried to bleed the calipers, but honestly, you don't really need to do it. So I went straight to unbolting the brake lines since I was going to be replacing them anyway. Be extremely careful with this next part. Me and my buddy, we had to come up with a way to pressurize the calipers so that we could remove the pistons without damaging them. So our first attempt at doing this was taking a bicycle pump and a piece of scrap tubing, and that turned out to be potentially dangerous. So be careful if you're using a similar method to remove the pistons, because you could either damage the piston or hurt somebody if they're on the wrong end of the projectile. You'll see what I mean here in a moment.
Oh, it's so...
Using brake cleaner and a toothbrush, I cleaned each individual caliper. Make sure that after removing your pistons, you keep track of which holes they come from. They are different sizes. Having different sized pistons means that you have different sized seals for each caliper. There are 8 seals in each caliper that need to be replaced for the pistons. Remove the old seals and install the new ones with the appropriate size. Normally you would use a special tool to prime your new brake lines with brake fluid, but I did not have one. So what I used was that plastic syringe from before. I filled this with brake fluid and forced fluid into the new brake lines. Now that your brake lines have been properly primed, reinstall the master cylinder and fill it to the appropriate fluid level and bleed the brakes as you normally would.
Alright guys, well now we finally got my brakes refreshed and rebuilt on my CBR600 F4i. They feel a lot better. I can't help but thank my buddy Aaron. He came out here today and was a huge help, so thank you, man. You're awesome. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.